Hello. Today's episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people know me as Criddle, other people know me as Crystal. Nacho Mama is an attitude, not a person. Today I am going to do a reading on the collective of Sagittarius. Sagittarius collective. I asked my son which one I should do next, and he said Sagittarius. So Sagittarius it is. I am reading with the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, which is a new deck to me. I also will be reading with the Everyday Witches deck. Throw some Osho Zen cards in there. I do go to the book from time to time because I believe that the author's description is valid in some cases. Like there's just some wording in there that maybe is significant. Sometimes there's things that I might have not caught onto had I not been reading from the book. So I read intuitively, I read from the book, I read traditionally. But I do not read reversals. Not really. Not unless the energy feels like it should, like there's a message in the fact that it's reversed. I believe that there are messages in both the positive and the negative. Every lesson ultimately equals a blessing. I'm going to clear the air. Let some angels get their wings. Ring some bells. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings. Alright, Spirit. What do we have for the collective, the Sagittarius collective? I've been using this new spread that I find very fascinating. So the first card that we're going to pull is what we need to let go of. What spirit do we need to let go of? Whether it be a person, place, thing, idea, an energy. What do the universe feel like the Sagittarius collective needs to let go of? What do we have for the Sagittarius game universe? Looks like holding our passions too tightly inside of a box. See how that guy is sitting on that box of pentacles? Guarded. Seems like you have your passions inside of one box. What else do we get, universe? Five of Cups, yep. Five of Cups over the Four of Pentacles, over the Two of Cups. Let me see. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? The Five of Cups reminds you that no matter how many cups you spill, you still have plenty to fill to the brim. Are you focusing all of your attention on the negative and crying over spilled milk? Maybe it's time to look around at the things that are working for you and count your blessings. If you don't have milk, you'll just have to drink lemonade. I always say that no matter what, even if my glass is half full of liquid, it's still the rest of the way full of air. And even if it's all the way empty, it's still full of air, right? So no matter which way you look at it, your glass is always full. So it seems like you have a lot tied into your passions being in one box, or guarding this one box full of passion and not seeing the other opportunities out there that are available. Let's see. This is the reason for the ending. And why? The Eight of Wands over the Six of Wands. Something happening very fast, rapid. If you feel like you're being swept up in events someone else has set in motion, that's not necessarily a bad thing. New beginnings can be exciting and anything can happen now. This might be a good time to figure out what you want and use this energy to move in that direction. When everything seems to be out of control, some sort of, let me see, hold on, before I speak on that. You gain to do something right, or soon will be recognized for your efforts. Everyone is very proud in this picture. She's clearly done something monumentous and has been properly awarded for her achievements. But you can tell that there's still this chaotic, there's still an underlying underneath the chaos. The reason for the ending is because it's supposed to. Because it's the right thing to do, even though it seems chaotic. It's about being proud of yourself for your integrity, for standing up for what's right, for doing the right thing. Even though it's not the most favored decisions or not the popular opinion. Everyone's proud of the person in this picture. And it's a real deserved proudness. That's being proud within yourself. Although it seems sudden, whatever the sudden opening of this box you have your passions locked into is a very honorable choice. The Five of Wands is what you stand to gain from letting go. That's working in cooperation with others, working in successful cooperation. Finding the like minds, the people that are there for your right benefit. Definitely. The Hierophant. Wow. You stand to gain cooperation with God. the inner knowing of self. Wow. In the world. Wow. The world is a completion of cycles. The completion of only having one box of hopes and dreams. The completion of crying over spilt milk. The completion of doing unto self to do unto others rather than just doing unto self. That's what the Six of Wands is. Integrity isn't about what you do when people are watching. Integrity is what you do when nobody's looking. And it brings with it a richness that nobody can take. That's real wealth right there. Wow. Three of Pentacles. That's what you stand to gain. Besides cooperation of God and God's people for completion towards the world. The world to me almost feels like the womb. It's scary, it's whole, it's warm, it's complete, but it's dark and it's full of limitless potential. All of the possible possibilities in the realm of possible possibilities is the world. That is the zero, back to zero. That is the baby being born into the womb. The world card of infinite possibilities. Three of Pentacles. Sorry, I got sidetracked. The Three of Pentacles. When this card shows up in a reading, it is an indication that you are either presently involved with others in a way that requires cooperation, or you soon will be. It's definitely moving on to higher mission. Making personal choices of integrity that are hard. Towards God and the world, the universe. To work in cooperation. It's a gift to be appreciated. Who are you working with? And are you doing your best to be a part of the team? Is there anything that you could do to make the interaction go more smoothly? Is there someone who is not working well with others? If so, what is your best way to deal with this fact in productive and useful manner? No, I'm going to use this one. The High Priestess. Wow. This is what you stand on. By making the hard decisions of whatever this box is. You stand as the High Priestess. in all of your dealings with all of the people around you off this one decision. Hi, kitty. The High Priestess represents deep wisdom. Sometimes the wisdom comes from the outside of us, and sometimes it comes from within, but rarely it just lands in our laps accidentally. This card encourages you to embrace your own power, inner wisdom, and knowledge, to pursue such things outside yourself as well. What are you seeking? What questions do you need answers? And what can you do to find them? This is also going within. What can you do inside of a situation to work with others? This is what you gain. You gain the High Priestess ability of working with others. To be in the High Priestess mind in all of your dealings. It's not someone that just hands you the answers. It is someone that just knows the answers. That things aren't just black and white, right or wrong. And sometimes you have to accept that you don't know everything. That's all I say. That's all I know. All I know is I don't know nothing. What's the future? What's around the corner? What's on the other side of this situation? What's on the other side of the situation, universe? Kitty. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Love that. What do we have on the other side of the situation? What is waiting? What is the gift that's waiting? What gift does the universe have for you following your intuition? Making choices of personal integrity. By letting go of the cup always empty. By learning to work with others. Through God, for the world. Kitty. And on this side. Ugh. The devil was on this side, but Three of Cups. Celebration, joy, happiness, unity, togetherness, family. Celebration of life. Being in the now, in the moment of now. Two of Pentacles towards something tangible. Towards something that you can hold on to. Building foundations that are solid. Another partner card, working together as teams to work towards a combined goal. A lot of this seems about teamwork. But it's about letting go of something really dear, man. It's not an easy choice to make right there. It's not. The Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands looks like he's teaching, doesn't he? He's teaching others. Or he's learning how. Look at the way that the cat is watching him. The cat looks at him like he knows the answers, or is the cat teaching him? Is he looking to the cat for answers? I really think this has to do with you teaching. I think that King of Wands is totally teaching. Teaching all the things that he's learned. Going through the adventures he's been through, taking all the knowledge that he's gained and applying it. The things that he's passionate about. Kings of Wands is fire. Education, travel. Teaching. I just keep getting teaching. Moving towards teaching. The Wheel of Fortune. They say there's nobody above the fate of Morari, the three sisters of fate. What goes up must come down. What's at the bottom must come up. It's all in how we handle ourselves. How do we maneuver through the Wheel of Fortune? How do we teach others how to maneuver through the Wheel of Fortune? Well, we have to get through it ourselves in order to teach it, right? The Ten of Swords. Exactly. That's using all of the wounds, all of those things. Look, these cowards running. He's got all these swords in his back, and he's still willing to fight. He's still fighting, even though the vultures are circling. That sunlight is still in the background, fueling him. That's taking all the pain and transmuting it into fuel. Making it you, the best you can be. Don't let situations outside of you turn you into something that you're not. There's a lot of good girls out there that get ruined by bad guys, that got ruined by bad girls, that got ruined by bad guys, man. Where can you break that cycle? Where do you break that cycle? That cycle stops when you say so. Five of Pentacles. Sometimes that's by being out in the cold or leaving someone out in the cold. Sometimes leaving someone out in the cold is divine purpose. That's the divine will. Sometimes being out in the cold, that's divine will. We always say that it's all, oh, the universe always works in my favor, but only when it's good, man. Not only do we learn from being out in the cold, we learn from putting people out in the cold. We have to be all parts in order to understand it. And we are all gods just experiencing ourselves. every possible possibility in all of the universe, I'm experiencing this right now. What fell out here? A bunch of them fell out. The Knight of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is passionately pursuing what he loves. It's either an offer of love or you're offering love to yourself, passionately pursuing love. What is love? Everybody places a who, a what, a where, a when, a why on something that just is. Where are you being too conditional in unconditional love? Is your ideas of love conditional? Or are they unconditional? What does unconditional even mean? Because the who, the where, the when, the what are all conditions of love. You've built a permanent, solid foundation of that inside yourself. Then you can achieve a legacy that has a solid foundation that no tower can crumble. Storms can only crash towers that are built on faulty foundations. If you built your foundations on solid ground, then the tower ain't gonna have nothing on you. The Magician, that is using all of the tools available, all the resources that you have, all of the knowledge that you've gained through the experiences that you've been through, placing your heart, your passion, your thoughts, your actions all towards the same goal. What is it that you really want to place your magic on? Your magic is your life force. Once you have all the elements of your life force aimed in one direction, you become the magician. The manifesting magician. Knight of Pentacles. Very, very earthly, solid. That is very solid, earthly, tangible, material things. The Knight of Wands. The Nine of Wands is letting out old wounds, old childhood wounds, old wounds of the past, old boxes that we used to hold so dear. Putting all of our chickens in one box, and then they escaped, and then crying over the box of chickens that have escaped for the rest of your life, man. That's letting that go. Abscesses don't heal from the outside in. They have to heal from the inside out. You have to lance them. You have to take care of them. They don't just cover up and go away. But you gain a great deal of inner strength and knowing by doing what's integrally right. There's a song, there's a bunch of songs, never mind. Four of Potions is gossip, walking away from gossip. Don't listen to sister circles. Don't let other people's opinions of what you should or shouldn't do. Are they going to be there on your deathbed? Are their opinions going to matter on your deathbed? Whose opinions matter on your deathbed? What things do you wish you would do, wish you hadn't done? Don't sit in the womb of your next mother creating the life you wish you lived for your next life. Do it now. Choose your integral choices now. Integrity is the things that you will regret. The things that are done in the dark, nobody else sees, nobody knows but you. The only mistakes we make in life are the ones we don't learn from. And the universe will keep throwing us the same lessons over and over again. Even though it seems like a circle, it's more like a spiral. You might seem like you're in the same place, but you're in a different position. You're on a different level of the same cycle. What do we have from the Osho Zen deck? The source. Cut straight to the source. Huh. Sounds good to me. Straight to the source. Beyond illusion. I read from the deck, or from the book, from the Osho Zen deck. I think they have wonderful meanings. Source. When we speak of being grounded or centered, it is this source we are talking about. When we begin a creative project, it is this source that we turn to. This card reminds us that there's a vast reservoir of energy available to us, and that we tap into it not by thinking and planning, but by getting grounded, centered, and silent, enough to be in contact with Source. It is within each of us, like a personal individual sun, giving us life and nourishment, pure energy, pulsating. Available, it is ready to give us anything we need to accomplish something, and ready to welcome us back home when we want to rest. So whether you are beginning something new and need inspiration now, or you've just finished something and want to rest, go to Source. It is always waiting for you, and you don't even have to step out of your house to find it. Zen asks you to come out of the head and go to the basic source. It is not that Zen is not aware of the uses of energy in the head, but if all the energy is used in the head, you will never become aware of your eternity. You will never know as an experience what it is to be one with the whole. When the energy is just at the center, pulsating, when it is not moving anywhere, neither in the head nor in the heart, but in the very source from where the heart takes it, the head takes it, pulsating at the very source. That is the very meaning of Zazen. Zazen means just sitting at the very source, not moving anywhere. A tremendous force arises, a transformation of energy into light and love, into greater life, into compassion, into creativity. It can take on many forms, but first you have to learn how to be at the source. Then the source will decide where your potential is. You can relax at source, and it will take you to your very potential. Beyond illusion. Beyond illusion. This is the only distinction between the dream and the real. Reality allows you to doubt, and the dream does not allow you to doubt. To me, the capacity to doubt is one of the greatest blessings to humanity. The religions have enemies because they have been cutting the very roots of doubt, and there's a reason why they have been doing that. Because they want people to believe in certain illusions that they have been preaching. Why have the people, like Buddha, been so insistent that the whole existence, except your witnessing self, except your awareness, is just immaterial, made of the same stuff as dreams are made of? They are not saying that these trees are not there. They are not saying that these pillars are not there. Don't misunderstand because of the word illusion. It has been translated as illusion, but illusion is not the right word. Illusion does not exist. Reality exists. Maya is just in between. It almost exists. As far as the day-to-day activities are concerned, it can be taken as reality. Only in the ultimate sense, from the peak of your illumination, it becomes unreal or illusionary. I'm going to pull one more Zen deck. One more from the Zen deck universe. It's the most realistic virtual reality game we will ever play. I give 5 stars to creator for the graphics every single day. Experiencing. You just look around. Look into the eyes of a child, or into the eyes of your beloved, your mother, your friend, or just feel a tree. Have you ever hugged a tree? Hug a tree. And one day you will come to know that it is not only that you have hugged the tree, but the tree also responds. The tree also hugs you. Then for the first time you will be able to know that the tree is not just the form, it is not just a certain species that the botanists talk about. It is an unknown God. So green in your courtyard, so full of flowers in your courtyard, so close to you, beckoning you, calling you again and again. Most importantly, have you ever hugged yourself? Like seriously hugged yourself? I want you to go into the mirror sometime in the near future, if not right now. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. And I want you to hug yourself like you would hug somebody you love. It might feel funny at first, but I bet you give really good hugs.